Yesterday on, with all due respect, Loud Silence, regular evening show, Kevin Taylor had, advertised on the upcoming protest against Stop Galamsey, which he supported. Kevin Taylor being part of this is he being a citizen or saying that I support what is about to happen. This has nothing to do with partisanship or politics or whatever. Yeah, everybody needs to get himself included. And I made a statement then when we had the last demonstration where some foolish guy came there politically, come to claim that in an or hospital or whatever, which of course that guy never lost any daughter. And someone said the baby and okojina on beka said the baby and my name wo bada and ma eba efri na sinimu bada because he does not deserve to be a father. Somebody that can sacrifice the bankwa like that in public for public fame or political sympathy, that person does not deserve to have a child. On deserve so be wubimpu no the banam kwa akwa chacha am a political party. Now that foolish guy coming there to stand there to make that utterance, I made a statement that Ghana for Jimmy for be he followed up with a question by saying say mami and kabesa, and I said it yes na me mami ada onya Ghana ni ana onu so bi because me mami te Ghana nim say Ghana nsuo say me mami te Ghana onim say Ghana nsase say ina waka na no atum na etra wa akoto bode na na boarding and akoto aduane bi di na say aduane no because of mercury and any other toxicity akomu no eku a me na mai no, it's not me because you shut up. And I think Martin Luther King or one scholar once said, and I quote, that you are responsible for the things you say and equally responsible for the things you never said. And to be because you chrome now we nipa wadwini eduma. Na sa wo so won kasa obetina kronuma, it's your own cup of tea. And I always say this, me refi and can be that I don't know. But on the same day demonstration is a me wa Accra, I'll be there. And that I didn't message. Because when we were going to court, when we were reminded, that was the Atadia Misedekoi, that it's either you speak up now or you blame yourself in future. So Kevin Taylor speaking up now or supporting the demonstration coming up, he's just being a rational Ghanaian. He's just being a citizen. Ghana for a chum. Ghanaians are hypocrites. Let's see this demonstration that we are coming to have about Galamsey. How many people that will pull up? Yeah? And we make number analysis. Then you realize how, if it's about right? Just because you punish you, but because we want to build a nation, we want to hold our leaders accountable, we want to make them act for the people. Dabi. Me, I always say this, that, you know what? John Dramani Mahama and the NDC are not ready to solve Galamsey problem. Yes, they are not. And I have my own views for saying this. Yes, we have fought a lot of people on social media talking about NDC buy was signing mining licenses and it's not true. John Mahama confirmed it just about a week ago. Right? John Mahama confirmed that I have not signed a single mining license, or my government hasn't released any license for anybody to go and do illegal mining anywhere. You understand? So, if anybody comes on social media, TikTok precisely, no more programs, and a rap, why you're not talking about Galamsey, and a Galamsey is still ongoing, and your government is signing my, it's not true. But why am I saying that this government, the NDC, is not ready to fight Galamsey? Because Galamsey it's a deadly thing. It's a criminal thing. And people who are involved in that art, are criminals. Just as much as Ralph was called to be arrested. And no more on radio so, TV so, no more Ralph should be arrested. Ralph should be arrested. When Woon to me was arrested, you same idiots were there. Release Woon to me. Release Woon to me. Abua or be a wasa won sase. Your food come from your assassin. Your water come from your assassin. Everything that makes us a living thing on this earth comes from Asase. And more, when Untubi was arrested, free to me. But Ralph went to Rich Hospital, exposed a medical and professional negligence that we all know. Idiots came out, including even professors sitting on radio, TV. That guy needs to be arrested. His activities are becoming more of a national threat. The national security should be involved in his activities. Idiot. Kwasiampeni. Today, NDC is in power. People are still doing Galamsey. The people that were in corruption, deep-headed corruption. Kelvin Taylor exposes Kelvin GDG. Kelvin Taylor exposes PDS. Where are those monies? And when? And Ralph should be investigated. His activities need to be looked up to. On the because the trivia is say, you people that have your hair well shaved, you look gentlemen, you put on nice shirts, you go and sit on radios. All you know is spelling English. You don't speak shit. You don't know how to put the job on the ground. You don't know how to solve the problems. And you see, let me use this opportunity to also speak to the president. Mr. President, I think there should be a time where you set standard for the people you appoint in office. Regional ministers, CEOs, set a standard for them. This is what I want us to achieve in the next 6 months. This is what I want us to achieve in the next 1 year. This is what we want to see in the first, second, third quarter in the year. And if you are not able to deliver, we kick you out, we bring somebody in. There are a lot of NDC people who haven't gotten any opportunities. And there are a lot of them who are learned, who are very intelligent, who are ready to serve this country. And also make sure that your political party remains in power and not act like the foolish people who were making noise and threatening lives of people, arresting people, reminding people, and including the president will go and even sit there and a journalist will ask you, Mr. President, we know that your government is actually arresting a lot of people for demonstration against, environmental degradation. I don't arrest people. It's not me. The Lord deals with whatever. No, I can't go fetch it. And we have foolish people back home who are supporting, thinking Ghanaians are fools. Bad man, Mr. President. Sorry, I mean, bad man is, sorry. But bad man, Mr. President, no, a guy. Bad man. Yeah, you know what? So, Mr. President, let's be very honest. You need to set standard for your CEOs and your people you are putting in political offices, sir. You need to. Because if you don't, these people are breaking. Now, the Greater Accra minister gave Ghanaians, in fact, people who are living in Accra, 120 days to fix some of their street lights. How far were they now? How far? Accra is so dirty. Yesterday, I got to Tema, in the evening, because I was doing something in Tema, and, like the nights I was here, and Charlie, driving through Tema, driving through Tema. Bad man. Tema Mayo, sit up. Sit up. Mom, sit up. Yeah? We need people to work. All that we have been doing that people have been tagging us with, or NDC is because we were holding the previous government to account. We're holding the government to make sure they do the right thing. And sometime in life, we need people to stand neutral in the middle, make sure they hit the right people to do the right thing for the people. Not because we hate anybody or because we love anybody, but because some people need to be straight enough in the faces of others. And we are telling you, sir, please set standard for the people you are putting in office. And if they fail, they have failed, not you. So they themselves will start even, resigning. Because yes, Mr. President, you said I should do X, Y, Z. I couldn't do it in the 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Go out. Yeah? And when it comes to, the arrest and demonstrations and whatever things, bad man, nobody goes to a demonstration with the intention of going to destroy anything. I am doing this video specifically because of this particular thing Kelvin Taylor said. And I know I have been thinking very deep to respond to this video. Right? The main people we too, both of us, or any other influencer, blogger, journalist, is supposed to target constructively is the people we pay with our taxes. Because those are the people that so when you come holding Ralph accountable and say, I didn't say the uncle Saba Galamsey kwasia, which your taxes, mommy. Abuofunu, who that the partner or catch him say, Yanko Casaba Galamsey no, Yachi Obi or say Yensu, Yansa say, what's Yanko John say? Free him. Hypocrites. Now you wusa mwa. You be wusa mwa. And that is why I'm saying that the NDC and John Dramani Mahama are not ready to solve the Galamsey. Because someone say Ghanaians are not ready to stop it. They are not ready to act like human. Because if we are acting like human, we would rather sit back and know that John Dramani Mahama, for whatever reason, will never drink from any of those rivers. 2, the effect of those deteriorated rivers and streams, it won't affect him directly in any way till he dies. Right? Me and you, now yet sound crony more, I didn't be affected, Yamuni, yes, sounds so cast a giant. So at the end of the day, say, most of them na mubewa. The only thing I'm saying, I said that Rabia Bassi, Baby, say, could train him again, Yansa Diana, Omunyati, by the Yashi. Because if indeed me, I'm a president today, and I want to stop Galamsey, all I would do is to shut down all Ghana Water Company. And it wouldn't affect me, because Umene wouldn't say your mama fee, a good for the fee, and all those communities in government, fee, so only borehole, they can buy water every day. Any bebre. Right? So when they shut the water, any day Ghana Water say if monies are not given to them or whatever, they are going to shut down some of their pumps. Yes. Because in Swune say pumps, Atechene say no more. And if care is not taken out, it will shut down. And when it shut down, there is going to be a shortage of water. And we still have idiots within the previous government today. Will call the government to go and solve that problem. Whereas no minimum says our problem now. They had 8 years to themselves. They couldn't do nothing. 7 months. They are calling the government to do heaven. Bring heaven to earth. And you get somebody like Miracle Boaje, go and sit on TV. And the government, Galamsey, and the Galamsey. Hey, shut up, my friend. People were in this country telling us we'll stop today, we'll stop tomorrow. Yeah, we all saw it. We all heard it. And you people were defending this on TVs and radios. You people were going around telling people that we are not going to stop it today or tomorrow. Yes, we play politics even with the life of the people. You know the effect of Galamsey, what it is going to do against the people. But then, because of election, because of winning votes, Mr. President, we have gotten to the time in Ghana that truth is valid. The people are getting more conscious. The people are beginning to read between the lines that no, this decision, it is hard, but at the end of the day, it is going to benefit the people. This rich hospital incident that happened. Hey, KT. I had a monkey go back and kill a woman. I will do whatever. And if even, I would have to hire a lawyer for Ralph. I will do it. KT. Unyani kwasia Jimmy aboa me na babsika but we Jimmy if you go hey why na share bono court ni ye beko because Minta Kano doesn't look like acting like a minister onye na dwen so ye cause I remember Kebitela when da efian kwanta o say Elmina o say Winiba hospital bi kwato ma me bitwini wo wurem Kelvin Taylor, you came out and responded to the how weak the minister was. The minister, then you blame it on him that he didn't do the right thing. He was supposed to crack the whip. He was supposed to make sure that the nurses, the hospital, the ambulance driver, whoever that was in charge for that woman's death. I don't remember his family. If any of them are watching, may he so rest well. If any of them are watching, please, but Kelvin Taylor, you made us understood, that the minister wasn't acting right. And it was true. Because if the minister was acting right, he would have fired everybody that was involved. And I expected Minta Kando to have also used the same law that was going to go against Ralph. If Ralph had assaulted that lady, if investigation has ascertained that Ralph indeed went and assaulted that nurse, Ralph wouldn't be sitting here today. I will probably be joining a Bronya or that your friend saying, "Won't to me presenter." I'll be joining them in jail, going back and forth in court. yeah, appealing and doing whatever, and yeah, he did the, and maybe the nurse says something, and that is why he did this, and the lawyers will be defending it. But you know, we think like Nkrumah, and we fight like Rawlins. Kevin Taylor, Minister Akando wasn't the reason why what happened at Rage happened. So if there is any apology that any foolish person should have rendered, it shouldn't have been Minister Akando. It should have been Ghanaians. Because Ralph there at the Rage Hospital was not there as Ralph. Ralph was there as a Ghanaian, as somebody who is part of the, you know, the bigger picture of Ghanaians going through assault, humiliation, insult, and deliberate medical and professional negligence that is taking lives. So it wasn't just about Ralph. It was about, you know, Ghanaians. So if anybody needed to have apologized, received any apology, it shouldn't have been Minister Akando. It should have been Ghanaians. And it is not apology that we need, though. It is we having a law working where people will know the consequences of their foolishness, consequences of their stupidity, consequences of their ego, consequences of their irresponsibility. You don't do something right, somebody comes there and capture it. And instead of you accepting that, oh, sorry, we didn't do the right thing, we'll make sure we do what is right, and we are sorry for, you know, whatever came out. It's unfortunate that we have a bit of challenges. We lack, you know, a number of nurses, and that sometimes this incident happened. But as a hospital facility, you know, our clients are our topmost priority. The clients, the patients that come there, without you, we are not paid. We are here because of you, and we are going to take sole responsibility of whatever that happened. Respectfully, forgive us. To the guy that came here to film the video, we are sorry for anything that happened. Yesterday, we heard that you had moved from the hospital to a different facility to go suit your hand or seek for medical attention. We wish you well in a speedy recovery, and we hope that anytime you want to visit our facilities, we are ever ready to give Ghanaians the best of medical care. Sorry, and we say a very big sorry to Ghanaians, and Ghanaians will continue to have trust and believe in us to give them the best of medical care that they deserve. We are there because of them, just as much as they are there because of us. Thank you, Ghanaians. Boom, right? But they came out foolishly. Some kwasiampeni bi yesi no registered one secretary, going around radio stations stereotypically addressing me as a hoodlum. Ono the untrained the eba. Ono abuano untrained the eba. Now, that foolish guy went on radio stations calling me a hoodlum, calling me a drug taker. Yeah, I have all the videos. Say no, I'm ready, so I have all the videos. Now, this idiot, this moron of a human being, yeah, is still there. He still holds his license. He's still working as a Ghanaian. Nobody has touched his license. And Minister Akando and any other minister of state, including the president, knows what would have happened to any person, individual, in any serious country where leadership takes actions against people's medical and professional negligence. They know, Mr. President, you know what would have happened to that idiot. The nurse who sat down to be bandaged, somebody inciting her, and I'm using inciting respectfully because of the law, because what the girl did is a criminal act, right? Inciting her to act in that manner, to denigrate somebody's young man, to denigrate a citizen who had come to a facility to seek for medical attention, which is his right as a citizen. You don't even come in, right? But they brought you in because of politics, and they disrespected you because of politics. They did all those things they did, bringing you in because you came there, and because you came to the hospital, they had to bring you in and use you to cover up whatever political nonsense they wanted to do, right? But then you're not even part of that conversation. You're not part of it. Why must we live in a country where people feel like they can do things without nothing will happen? And some of us, Ghanaians are watching, Ghanaians are listening, their brains are processing. We are following keenly. Let me play this video and respond to Kevin Taylor. Muntie no muntie.
This is what Okotuki. You are not going to be spared. When we say a diamond swap, wakobu glass, you are not going to be spared. When we say as much as this government is going to give you the room to go out there and express yourself, a buying way baby be able to protect you. I'm in support of what we are about to do. But nobody should dare. Do not underestimate the IGP. Do not underestimate the police force. Do not disrespect.
KT, one, in the first place, you made a statement that that is why I think say November, right? But in as much as the government is going to allow us to, in fact, no government has the right to deny citizens to protest or to exercise their rights as citizens. No government. The government that has the power to do that should also start preparing themselves for the pain within the people to erupt like a volcanic flow, like Nkrumah said. So you can control the people at certain points, but at one point it would explode. So it's not a good thing for any good leader to even think about, denying the people from exercising their rights. Okay, that is why I really supported this government when your friend is saying Ifrifa came out to say he was going to organize a demonstration. Allow them, let them go. Even if they want to enter the Flagstaff House and there is a maximum security and more intelligence being picked, then they should be allowed. Let them come. They're not me. So if you say don't underestimate the IGP, that means you yourself, you know that the IGP is underestimated. And right? 2, don't underestimate the Ghana police force. We have the Ghana Police Service. We don't have Ghana Police Force. So it is not a force. We have the Ghana Armed Force. We have Ghana Police Service. So the police service is to render services to the people. They are not to apply force. Bro. Yes. So the police is a service. It's not a force. It's a 2 different thing. Now, the police is going to be working with the people just as much as the people working for the police. We work hand in hand. And there is no protest that protesters will go out and do anything that will cause chaos in the country. It has never. It's a 2 different thing. An uprising, a demonstration, it's a 2 different thing. People can. What happened in what do you call it? Nepal was an uprising. It wasn't a protest. What happened in Kenya wasn't a protest. It was an uprising, right? We are going to do a protest. So it's a 2 different thing. And when protests are being organized, we sit down, we have a conversation, we agree on a route, and we go by it. What happened in the previous regime that made protesters have issue with our police leaving the main perpetrators, which was the politician, behind to continue doing what they are doing, and they hide behind the police and push them to do what they do, so that they create certain level of anger and enmity between ourselves, so that what happens, It was because the law wasn't working. The police were not being law-abiding. Apart from that, if we are going for any protest, the IGP or the police don't have any right to either stop or say that they are not going to allow the people to protest. They don't have that power. The Constitution has mandated every citizen to have the right to protest, to exercise their rights as citizens. The only thing they need to do is to notify the police of their intentions of protesting within a week. And within the demonstration, the police is supposed to provide for them security so that other pedestrians and other people will not be distressed. So what would warrant, somebody going to throw a stone, whatever, to a police or going to remove a police key? I don't even say but you see, even the car key now Oliver Kotu, this thing has been explained countless of times. And Kevin Taylor, you know that when somebody come at you, you come harder. When I'm doing my thing right, now me count, now be come here, me bow subi. That is you. That is who I've known you for since 2012. Kevin Taylor, you know that from 2020 going, and when I hear even people saying that, na Kevin Taylor, di atana Kevin, wabedu mami atem, wabedu wapatem, untia taxi man, on beka wasem, but obia, oji a taxi di, obia yadi a taxi tianeka, udi mkwasasimo beki kebi acho, because at the end of the day, obia suma, so share some part of the dinner, and meji a tax. Mimi ngobi we di matema, I said the part of one bottom, what you tax amami. What is Kevin? I'm saying you man a man. So Kevin Taylor goes after Omwa yadi esike chi omoka omu disika tale esika go for edi okro we mu no because of the opportunities we have given them as state your friends say officials and government employees and appointees and whatever no. Now at the end of the day omu mfa nyoma ne nye nyoma e beboa ya you have every right to come after them. Sana that demonstration near koye no miti mi baby a meye nyo ye kire wona wa ma ye kwan say ye ko ha kwa koye ye kire e na wo police na wa ma ye route a ye de ko uwie ya ode your friend is saying barricade about the blockade 37 ho say o ma ye mfa me bia ye ko. Meanwhile we had agreed who ankasa put the police had released a statement giving the router almost pedestrians and make it a 10 because that route in Indiana was going to be blocked by the Ghana police. And by today, you say Ralph, I come blocking one, and this is the same Ralph who went and blocked the 37th Street and Mua Ghanaians are young king kind. Ye Jiminian Pessi a bedjourney, now or time and ya any partisan enslavement in Tino. Oh, why no, sad boy Ralph no. But at the end of the day, Ralph was actually saving lives because our waters were destroying, our forest was destroying. They keep destroying it even up to date. So Ralph going to stand there, as we say, water is life. Going to stand there at that moment, protesting that our water should be protected. No, that boy was actually saving lives. But some foolish guy, mina mi jona me ejem kwano on the battlefield. Mikita tuo de kom, battlefield neso. You bet to me kume, you bet to me prame. Now do don't kweku for those government. Any a bomb rubber bullets. Huh? Mo no mo check any. Moja prame na police folk kita mu ade me call circle na mababa jira onom ka say yen sell ye Galamsey issue no yen try to save our environment akwasi ampeni abeja be catch say and I have a blocking and I people can access hospital Jimmy hospital no ye ko de bia ye ko. And when even I went out there to expose what they do, foolish Ghanaians. Yet Timu sounds so case, and that boy need to be arrested. That boy his activities. At the end of the day, the protesters did nothing wrong. The police was actually trying to be very tactful or whatever it is in making sure that they disperse the people for not exercising their rights as citizens. And at the end of the day, omo ba so omo kwa tu kano eno na min drogum kano eno na ye bibia de protest obi pra first aid box eno na egum na oba beto ako enti se me mam kwa ma wonto nko na se kano so mintimi ntini nsi wonom dia se me kodum muja no na mituki ni dwane a at the end of the day I've also stationed mo kano enti at the end mu nya kwan ento me kano nko and say we na se Kelvin Taylor be ka say ina mo kona se mko ya grace o de we entie no we bia mi nua bia mi nua bia no mo ntokwa emo bia ma me bia no mo ntokwa
normal Ghanaians are omuko obejuma peacefully. So moko a demonstration and make sure you work within rules and regulations now. IGP Diamamono. Anybody who tries to trespass, you might be dealt with. And I will support the Ghana Police Service. If anybody or don't know about joining demonstration, we better not say obeboom brasso because we want to demonstrate in peace and in the law. Young person be able to Russia and some say when we say car be so okotuki, you are not going to be spared. When we say a dime be so wakobu glass, you are not going to be spared. When we say a buying pole be so anything that belongs to the taxpayer, stay away from it. So police because someone demonstrating for
na KT yeah ko demonstration abai pool si ho abai light pole ya mom for the car bubu no cry nobody holds nobody accountable street poles bebrebe barricades ya dey kwan obi na man on the car ko bom no obu no o che the car ni fi owia no we ja to and that thing I am going to also call the government on this Omo nam kwan ko bubu bibi, omo say o man bibi or the biakop or the car jack. Esika question or budget na way to Tokro. I have more videos I've done on this, right? Then I'm ready on. Then you almost say into why the echo protest or go to. Most of this is Toto and no man. A police for the yes. And this time round, we are also going to have our cameramen in there. Obi bia or to be media Obi. Obi bia or the or any violent attitude biano. We'll be capturing them. We'll have cameras within to be spying every move of this protest. Because one thing we have learned at the rage one we see, if I never had my own evidences, if me and come videos and I'm never defending me and can then throttle me so some men amako bu obi kure plan bu no kon e chimney and my sister na battery we will have our own cameras moving round. We will be covering our own thing. So our police for no smart special show mo hene o me say hoodie e dia ba onu nyano we will be monitoring. Yes, Fix the Country has organized more than 5 demonstrations across the country. There hasn't been any moment that Fix the Country went to or for a demonstration and any violence was unleashed on any person, police officer. Never. We have organized one of the biggest demonstrations in Tamale. Yeah, nothing happened. Demonstration is to just voice out, in a peaceful manner, in a dialogue manner, yeah, to let the leaders know that the people are agitated, they are not comfortable with something, and that we want you people to listen to us. Maybe the president, you are not seeing it or you are not hearing it, and we are bringing it on the street for you to know. That would alert your conscience that the people, this is what they are calling for. That's it. It does not call for any violence. We need to let the police know that this is the right of citizens, and the police is supposed to be there to provide security for the people, and period. If anybody goes against the laws of, trying to act differently, all right, that is where the law can deal with the person. But protesting comes with, some petty, stuff, yeah? But at the end of the day, that does not warrant what you said.
Demonstrate and use the same route. We are all going to try and take or pick this feed. My TV, I'm not going to take a dime from anybody. I'm going to pick this feed. Nobody should try and do anything out of the normal. Because when that happens...
What is out of the normal you're talking about, bro? The out of the normal, what is it? There hasn't been out of normal anywhere in this country. Now, in this country, since even the Kumi Prekun, where guns were shot, what was actually... historically, there hasn't been any crazy, uprising in this country. There hasn't, historically. So when you talk about don't do things out of the normal, what are you talking about, bro? Don't let us even shift the conversation there, all right? But I know this thing is not about fix the country. I know. I know all that KT is saying is not about fix the country. Yes, it is for history. It is for history's sake. And I wouldn't go there in Yansa for Betsiasie and Kwasiafoni Bejamusa, Monomajane sanity. Right? I know whatever Kevin Taylor is saying is not about fix the country. It's about history. Because he knows that Fix the Country has that record of being responsible citizens who demand for accountability from people we put in political leadership. Period. Let's continue to listen.
Who support the police to take aggressive stand. And Intina, I was pleading with the IGP, said they should give you people all the necessary support, the necessary protection.
What's it? KT said, I am pleading that the IGP... But KT, and guy said, "Predima, yeah, guy, oh, yeah, guy, in Sweden, yeah, Poppy, in Sweden, yeah, go."
2 days. Let's stick to the 2 days. Let's respect the rule of the game. Let's respect the rule of law. Let us make sure we demonstrate within the laws. We should not try and take advantage of this and think, say, you better say by BB. The moment anybody tries to destroy any government property and as a go after any civilian, that person technically, automatically, the group, the demonstration becomes a targeted group the police can deal with. And it's Yamamu leadership, I sign krata. Nobody should think, say, to the demonstration way, aye, you may be a win here. It's why I just saw because demonstration will be.
Intina, Yamamu leadership, I sign a krata, or no control, or never, tell Yamamu was signed, Mukoye say, Yamamu quine. So when you know, you have a bubble here, the power. Mr. President,
with all due respect, I support you to be part of it, but make sure so be dim ranaso. So why you say, oh, I could took a kia. I also offer with that can account because the police will see you as
Asia. If you move on my uncle video, no my 37 parts be. I say, Mammy Bia. Your friend say, or back catch me compare blambo, and I'm sorry, I'm the camera and I'm the chunk for El Wakwonum. Mammy be the robber to form my catch and say, Adieu, and yet, Moton so Hanuma, Mompe robber be fancier, one muso they are two from Tamfree one more woof. And almost every dick camera in John America said, about babies, I had a bass also, in sworn way, and I only are two for my make catch or swing as and I'm some me, Unya Simbia, may catch or say, Mompe bin, Namu fancier. No binum so amodiatum obi to bi no amodiatum. There is enya de papa ahaya musumo office even though enya de papa na mo ye no mugina ekromu a mugina to nso ni a criminal offense, but at the end of the day she ni wo mamu enti no abaya mamu kwan ena anase mpanyifo okrom ya no no eni hwe omo de be mamu nti eno mama mu kwan se munye jana munye wi girl from nowhere ebe jana be ye. Hey, now we so into other two na akasa said the why boni bia ade won fa rubber to I didn't mind her. I was still focused on the woman I was advising on this sanitation effect that is affecting all of us. All through all crossing the streets, the statement on my okay say, Mungope Brambo, and I'm sorry, when the camera is I got pissed off. And I'm got why we are nabu. Some was ya some oh nya fie, oh kunu fie, on the specific kunu. Now Baba did matem. One chair met discipline. And Kofoko can say that part when this bridge incident happened. Ralph from over 2 o'clock will catch your Bible say, oh yeah, so he's found off. And I'm warning any social media influencer. This is to every blogger, every social media influencer that wants to cut my image, my page, my post, or use my image for anything on this app. And ya cry and come in because me who say emrabia ni wa ebebo me ho ban nti say udi sam kwase asam na so confirm me video obi on mo beka fam kokot me minister de kokot ko si unipa encourage for nka me si o mo da wa hanu ma ye lawyer why wa dwene say mo wa hanu ma mo pese mo fande na ye ko si rage for no you can reach out to me number is 0246 940359. Me pese me si unkofo the temporary guy, the medic Rage Hospital, the DDNS, the PRO. Now obedina TV so make I say or video be I need her to present the video. And all of these people are semi was scan me see omo but going to KT yana face scan bra. Lawyers in the other form, why we need to protect our brands, we need to protect the system that people can do things and things say wakamayama ye enkwosiche 2 days per Ghana ye kasa ebijai. We need to protect our brands. So if you are here and you want to support, you can support. The number still remains 0246 940359. Call me, let's have a conversation, and if it is not about Ghana or you supporting financially, please frame it. If it is about anything Ghana, somebody is doing anywhere that you feel like, no, we need to bring this to the public, we need to let leadership know something about it, I am ever ready. But don't come and call me like my maybe the no be friend that honorable be no be friend me say o pese me kogu honorable ba ko bi hufi na whatever no, please. I am not in for that. They are journalists for money on my year, deliberate friend is saying mind games. Now I said any media house not say cookie something. Now I go be mufi and to say GH1 as a media house or mind your investigations privately. to ascertain that indeed there was an assault or no assault, but they keep posting, and even, presenting a story, reporting something that would denigrate somebody. And if indeed me was KGH1, I would have sued them as well. For them to bring as a media house investigation to ascertain the kind of reports they were doing and the kind of posts they were doing. But any fault is the system. If we have a lot of pro bono lawyers, if we have a lot of lawyers who are ready to stand in to fight for justice for people, some person when you can for best, I say a bit of caution when they are doing it. So not to speak much, I'm telling you, if you're a social media influencer, na said me namu kroma men fa ball and to form men fa we into ya obi ni amesefa obi yesi men fa say me tetrotom me hu social media form fa that videos and repost it and kate no entokwasem jimie entokwa hunu enyoma hu nimfa so enyoma ebegu obi hu fi eno de social media eno de social media influence ade omo pa no. You are one. Me say, wubiana obefa me image, me video. Would they can be on social media? No, let it be something positive. Say me Jimia, you have every right to talk about it. Say me baby, bonnet, against the law. You have everything to criticize me. Yes, me nyeni punch you bia, but I'm warning you. So oh family video and I'm a picture. Eddie bibia. Make sure you get a full content. If you cut a piece, now the coding kwasi asema. Physical. Come and look for you. Keti, cause you are Casamaya.
Enemy. So I want to say, Oko Tububa Abu Police ni, Oko say, Abain Bibia, you are an enemy to the police. You might not make it home. And these are things we need to let you people know.
You might not make it home. American go for a protester. Yes, see police for car. People will not make it home. Where be with time, be with time, eh? I feel it. I be my tea. Fanboy. Continue. Tell me, with Jimmy. That's all about Ghana. Say, oh, say, Sanders in your friends. Jimmy, can't you for my video? Kwasi afọ ba mo nyim no keti si the video oba Ghana we be na na say kwasi we nim no bo ujimi wo ko totomo eyi the friend is saying sa kumasi me slipper no asia opadi o say African we be no the badge ga bobo opadi nie na nie say oba buka enie empoba de nie bo mo nim no enie Keti eso bagara oba no dama me kwasi o say the Messiah yakwa this is without due respect. Ya Paul